So Odd Swaps is a challenge that was made by Super Street. They basically put a call out to owners with cars that maybe are a little bit unorthodox. You know, Honda engines and Toyotas, GM engines and BMWs, and from there it's a bit of a challenge.
My name is Demetrio Castaneda, and I brought my 1991 Toyota Cressida. I picked the Cressida because it was my first car. I put a 2JZ with big single comp turbo with the help of Kaizen Motorsports. I chose the motor because the platform was already kind of based off of the Japanese version, so it was a fairly direct swap.
My name is ARDEN, and I am in a 1999 Mazda Miata. This Miata, we just got fully caged. It's got a GM Ecotec swap on it. I picked that engine because it's a pretty cheap motor swap. They're everywhere and they're pretty easy to take care of. The results of the dyno were 209 horsepower with 194 torque.
My name is Eduardo Pineda, and I brought down a 1985 Toyota MR2. The car is currently on a K24 with K20 head. It is pushing about 480 horsepower. The reason I chose the engine for the car was because Honda has a great aftermarket capability. I just broke this engine in, so it feels awesome. Very responsive.
My name is Jeff Ringer, and I came out with the Sport Car Motion K24 S2000. The K24, we also have cams in it, and we added ITBs. You know, the S2000 motors are rare these days. You know, it's about $3,500 to $4,000 for a used one. And the K24, I guess, would be like the Japanese small black Chevy, only $1,000 or so. So once you get the engine in, if you have problems or if you blow the engine, it's much cheaper to replace it.
My name is AMIR BENTATOU, and I'm driving the Motorsport Hardware LS M3. So I don't own the car, Ryan does, but he decided he wanted a lot of power reliably, and obviously the most important thing is the swap. It's got an LS2 that's been rebuilt by ERL. I think it's pretty plug and play. They make a lot of kits for it, and it turns out BMW wanted you to put a V8 in there, so it's perfect. This is, I would say, probably on the border of odd. It almost makes a little too much sense, you know, compared to some of the other cars like the 1J Starion or maybe the K-series AW11, you know. Once you get to this higher power level, if you want something that's just, you know, is going to be bulletproof, you just can't beat an LS.
Hi, my name's Diego GARIBAY. I came out with an 88 Mitsubishi Starion. I played a game called Sega GT when I was younger, and I beat the game with the Starion. So as my first car, I found myself a Starion, and I've stuck with the Starion ever since. I picked the JZ because I've always been a big fan of the JZ platform. The dyno went well. The results were 678 at 29 pounds of boost.
My name is Evan Tran. I came out here with a 93 Mazda Miata, and the motor I swapped was a Honda Odyssey engine. I love Honda engines because they're really reliable and they make great power and they're really cheap. I was hoping for my car not to blow up because every time I would come down I would have all sorts of problems. Yeah, today it turned out pretty well.
I'm having a blast. It's a great atmosphere, a lot of nice people, filling out the car, getting some good seat time in it, having a good time. The one I know I'm competing up against pretty good is the J35 Miata. It's got a little bit of aero and power advantage over me. And then there's a couple other cars out there that are pretty fast too, so. A lot of neat swaps and fast drivers, that's for sure.
I liked it. It was really well organized. Just cool people, you know, it's fun. I really liked AMIR's E36 and that Starion with the 1JZ.
It took me a bit to warm up, but I think I did a pretty decent time for what the car was built for. I was getting a lot of pointers from the other guys, and I'm really happy they were so nice and helped me improve my time over the day. It was good to see so many different swaps, you know. It was just, usually I feel like I'm kind of like oddball out, but I felt like I was in a group today, and it felt good.
It seems like you guys have some really cool people, and you know, like we had a couple of guys who we were helping. It's their first time ever on track. And then, you know, Jeff Ringer and myself, we do this all the time. So very, very big range of skill set for driving.
What a great event this year. I've had a couple MR2s in my life, so it was cool to see the K24 Turbo MR2 as well. And it was also cool to meet some of the guys that have never been on track and help them throughout the day.
My first one was terrible. First lap, my throttle bracket broke, so I had to kind of ghetto rig a bracket. So it's working fine now. Too much power, that's for sure. But it was fun. I didn't spin out. It was great. It was a great time.
The vibe of the track is very nice. All the other competitors are very helpful. They're all got each other's back. It's really cool. I've never done something like this, and it's actually really running really smooth and all of that. So I'm actually really happy with it.
I didn't know what to expect when I showed up, actually. It was a great experience. I've never tracked the car on a time attack. It's a pretty heavy car to drive around this track pretty fast. So far, I haven't had any issues, failures, so we're gonna go back in there and try to push it a little bit harder.
Everybody out here is really great people. I mean, they helped me out a lot today considering I had a few issues, but very good set of guys. All the cars are nice as well.
The event was really fun. I had a great time here. Amazing time on the track. I've never done that before, and I'm gonna do it again.
I always have fun with Super Street, and looking forward to next year. We should do it again. More odd swaps, the better, right?
So we had a blast, you know, really fun event, and I would happily come back to defend our title. The organizers are amazing, the competitors were amazing, the guys here at Global Time Attack that helped host the event were amazing. It's just so much fun. You know, everyone here is kind of on the same wavelength and really cool.